Hi, this is BB. Um, just wanted to make a quick video to share something with you. It seems like from what I'm getting that it's just maybe it's just a vibration in my body, or maybe it's just a feeling I have. You know, I'll tell you something. When this starts happening to us, it kind of creates an energy that we become acclimated to, almost like a frequency that we start tapping into, and it starts to envelop around us, and we can almost pick things up. Imagine like an energy, a ball of energy that says gang stalking and stealing, and it says an energy of debauchery, I call it. Treacherous, ugly, tainted, foul, disgusting energy that these people would carry with them. And if you have a group of them and they're stalking you or they're messing with you, then you will eventually tap into that energy, and you will start to feel the vibrations of what they offer to this good world. They are the taint, they are the disgust, they are the filth. They're the ones with the damning energy. They're the ones with the energy that pulls people into the ground. They're the energy of damnation itself. Cruelty to a max. An energy of just, like I said, filth and disgust. Filled with hateful thoughts. Thoughts of hurting people. Causing harm. Causing people to cry, causing people to beg, causing people to feel like they have to beg for their lives, causing people to feel like if they do. So how many of you have ever thought, if I do this, they'll stop, or if I do that, they'll stop, or if I bargain with them, just say out loud, I know they're here, you can hear it through the phone, wherever, they'll stop. If I pray, they'll stop. If I pray to them, they'll stop. How many of you have gone through this whole thing where you would humiliate and embarrass yourself just to have them stop doing this? What have we done? What have we done? I watched a video, and the video said, if we have done something wrong, something called the judicial system. I don't think law enforcement would hire freelancers to torture us just because we don't have to go to jail. The government would not hire freelancers like these to torture us, to keep us, because they don't have any solid case against us. If that's the case, then the public should know of this program. Because I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Because this is, what is this? What is this? There's something called the judicial process. This is what I've said. Before I saw it in the video, I said the same thing. If I've done something wrong, why isn't police at least asking me a question? Have you seen anything? Have you heard anything? Nobody asking me anything. I don't get entanglement with the police. I don't understand. One time when I was living here, like about 3 or 4 months ago, when she this is when it was really bad, like I would just scream out like I'm in pain because it hurts. It's a combination of what she was doing, this incessant, this whatever, this pressure in my head, and being hacked all the time, trying to unsuccessfully to create a simple ad campaign, to create something that just to make money, what I've always made money. So I like to be independent of people. This is how I feel safe. My father always told me, be independent. Don't ask anybody for anything. And I carry that energy of independence because I like it. But the thing is, I was just like, and somebody called the cops. And the cops, somebody told me that he said that the woman said to him, who called the cops that day, the woman sounded like she's in pain, and that was me. She sounded like she's in pain. He thought somebody was hurting her or something was wrong with her. She didn't know me, or she doesn't even know who I am, but she heard the pain in my voice. I was hurting. This is what, because it hurts. It's just too much. It's like, I don't know what she wants. But the point is, how many of you have decided, like, sometime at some point you're almost bargaining with them, you're almost begging, pleading with them, cursing at them is not helping. They don't stop. But even when you beg and you bargain and you plead, they don't stop still. They don't stop. This is why I said the energy of these people, it's one of debauchery. It's one of utmost cruelty. They're like a new breed of evil, or maybe a breed of evil that's always been there, but I just wasn't aware of it. I mean, I didn't know anything about gang stalking until like 2 months ago. I thought it was just a psychic energy. And the hacking, of course. I didn't know all of this stuff about gang stalking. I saw people and I thought that, okay, they were paying people to mess with me when I was in the motel. But I did not know that there was something called gang stalking. That, I was wondering though, now how do they find these people? Where do they advertise for them? On Google? Where do they find these people? Where does one go about to find these people? And are these people for hire? I don't understand. They don't have anything better to do with their life, anything that's going to make them feel better? Well, why would they do this? And that's the thing that makes he brought up an interesting point also. That they might make people feel you're some kind of wanted fugitive, or you're in some kind of watch list. Like you may be a pedophile, or you may be a child molester, or statutory rape, or you're stealing things, or you're selling people, or you're hacking in, and something to get people to feel like, well, it's justified in hounding you and looking at everything you do. But these people also have to fact check what they're seeing. When it comes to the internet now, in my opinion, you have to fact check everything. Check with your local police department. Check with your local databases. Call your FBI and make sure this is legit before you do anything stupid. The thing is though, what's going on here is my original point was, you tap into this energy, you just have this nastiness, and you feel like they just want, like, it's almost like they're taunting you, in a sense that there's nothing you can do, there's no way out. They don't want to do anything. You can't do anything. Basically, it's you die. Because you begged, you pleaded, you've argued, you screamed out loud at yourself, and nobody, it doesn't stop. But I'm just looking to show how cruel they are, how callous they are, how cold they are, and how they've lost a huge chunk of their humanity. They're not human anymore. And some might say, well, it's because of drugs, because certain drugs do cause you to lose empathy, but not all of them use drugs. So what about those ones? Why are they doing it? Strictly for cash? Why did they choose the cruelest career to hurt another human being as a career choice? Why would you do that? And I have this person on my channel, chief handler of TIs, targeted individuals. But he's saying he's the chief handler of them, or he or she is saying they're chief handler. Well, chief is a man, right? So chief handler of them. But he's denying the existence of them, that we should get help. So which is it? Is he confused or what? I'm not sure. He or she may be confused. But anyway, I'm just looking at this realistically, and you tap into this energy and you can feel the disgust in them. But don't let the disgust pull you in or suck you in. Don't let the disgust make you feel like you're despondent and you have no one, because this is the energy, because you have all these people bearing down on you with animosity, with hatred. It's like once they get into the role also, once they get into the role of what they have to do, it's like they feed off each other like a bunch of vampires. They feed off each other. So when you step into their vortex, when you get sucked into their vortex, you can feel their energy. That disgusting. It makes you feel unclean. It makes you feel dirty. It makes you feel like you've been violated. Like you're being violated. And this is how I felt when it really hit me. Was a week before I left California. I woke up. I just felt dirty. I said to myself, I was talking in my house, I know what it feels like to be a rape victim. I understand that now. This dirtiness, like a stink you can't wash off. You can't wash it off no matter what. And that's why they say a lot of victims, they go and they start showering. They're just showering. They need to clean this stink, to get this stink of the aggressor off them. They need to wash it off. They need to get that stink off them. And they would scrub and scrub just to get it off. It's that nasty energy they have. It's really nasty. It's loaded with loathsome stuff. Ugly energy. And they carry it with them. But when they're around people, they mask it very well. You ever notice all they will do is these skits. They have skits. They're acting. It's like street theater. All the fake this and fake that, it's all fake. Everything they do is fake. They don't know what's real anymore. They created this for themselves. They created this whole theatrical world for themselves. And then they're sucking innocent people into it by targeting them. Like they're trying to build numbers. I don't know. But money is money oriented, because somebody has to pay these people. Like I've said it once and I've said it again. These individuals, the lower level ones, the ones who are just getting paid to monitor and fuck with people, and like something will happen to me in California or happen to me someplace else, like a series of events that seems familiar. Then I'm living here or I'm living someplace, and then suddenly you find the same things happening over and over. And it's to make you feel, it's to make you start going crazy, accusing people, saying things, like go berserk then. Paranoia, everybody and their mother is involved. That's what makes you look crazy most of all. Because they can do it, but if you say anything, you can't prove how they're connected to each other. Unless the police really get past their initial thought that you're crazy, and look a little deeper, which is hard. I don't know, because look at me, look at me, look at my hair. It's like, my hair used to be kept better than this. Like I had a neighbor in California who once asked me, do I dye my hair? I'm like, no, I don't. Because one day my hair was dark, then the next day it was silver. Too much chlorine. Like I always say, I smell chlorine. I don't know. She asked me that and I was surprised. Like she said, do you dye your hair? Because one day it was that and then the next day it looked like this. It's like, I don't know. Nobody has ever asked me that before. So, I don't know. But my thing is, don't despair. Someday, at some point, somebody will have to listen to us. Somebody will have to find out how these things are orchestrated. I believe the police, they may be, or the FBI, they may be looking for people but we are the people they need to talk to. The victims are the ones they're dismissing, and they should stop dismissing us. They need to talk to us. Like I said, there are people out there who are schizophrenic, people who are bipolar, people who have mental problems. But there are people out there who actually have physical things happening to them. Now, I'm not saying if you're bipolar or you're schizophrenic means that it's all made up. No, 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 no. Not at all. If you're bipolar, you're schizophrenic, to me that makes it worse. You're attacking a person with mental disorder because that's an easy target for them. The person is already labeled as having a mental problem. And it's low, it's despicable, and it's like earthworms. That low. That low. Like an earthworm. But just want to say, I'm sorry I get upset because it's been happening for a while, and sometimes you need to take a breath and just breathe it out and just get refocused. And when you find yourself slipping into this energy, this thick, heavy, dirty energy, you can feel it. You can feel that energy, and it's almost like you can know what they're thinking, because it's like working for a corporation. You're in the system now. You go to work every day. It's in a big skyscraper, big building, whatever. You know the rules. You know how things work in there. It's the same thing with them. When they suck you into this energy, it's like you can almost pick up. You already know what. You don't know the specifics of why and how to combat it, but it becomes plain to see what they're doing. And these repetitive things you'll see happening, which is to get you to accuse. Then they'll say, well, in my particular case, they started in California and it's ending up here. So what they want me to do is to accuse people, right? Accuse people. Then they'll say, you have less of a case if something comes to light. She's accusing everybody of this. I'm not going to do that. So try not to do that. That'll really make you look like not a credible person. Like you're just accusing everybody. Because unless you get somebody to look beneath the surface and see the connection, that's when. But try not to lose it so quickly. Don't do that. Just let it become almost an expectancy. That you expect them to do that. Whatever. And try to protect yourself as best you can with what you have. What you have.